So our first tactic is about meeting young people where they're at, which means, both literally and metaphorically speaking, don't try to make them come to you. So it's not necessarily that you want to use their language, but don't use language that they can't access or that they don't know what you mean or what you're talking about, because they're not going to be as interested in your group. Or using things like texting or social networking sites where you can go where they already are and engage them there. That is also the same thing for, going to places that young people hang out to recruit young people to your programs. Or going to schools to do workshops or groups there because they're already there. I think cutting out travel time for young people is a big thing in terms of engaging them in your program. Cultivating ownership. Developmentally speaking, young people are pretty narcissistic and it's all about them, so you want to make it about them and make sure that they feel like they own it, because then you don't have to be the police. They'll police each other, and they will work on cultivating mutual accountability around respecting the space and respecting what the space is supposed to be used for. And that also goes for setting an intention with them. And framing things in a youth-friendly way. So that kind of goes back to the language stuff, but you want to use language they can access, and you want to make things sound like fun. I think we forget, we focus so much on teenagers being young adults, so we forget that they're kids and they want to have fun. And creating opportunities for mastery. So mastery is one of the most significant ways to overcome trauma or to heal from the effects of trauma. So making sure that young people can have an opportunity to do something where they feel like they learn a skill. Art is a really great way to do that, because you also get to express yourself and you get to be in a safe space to express yourself, and there's no wrong answers in art, so you can help them feel good about whatever they chose to do, which also helps them kind of trust themselves and trust their instincts, which is really important. Builds confidence in general. Be interactive, because like David said, young people don't want to be weighed down with books and papers. They want to get up and move around and do stuff, especially if you're dealing with teenagers and you're during the work day or the school year. They've already been in school for 6 hours that day, 30 hours, 35 hours that week, and they don't want to sit and listen to more people talk at them. I think it's also important to remember they get talked at a lot. Like, your parents are talking at you from the time you wake up, and then your teachers talk at you when you get to school. And like DeAndre was saying, at some point you want to be listened to and to be heard and to have somebody kind of talk with you and hear what you have to say. Being mindful of different developmental stages, because you can take advantage of those things. You can capitalize on them. Being a hypocrite is like the worst thing for teenagers. And I've had a huge amount of success engaging young women and doing dating violence prevention, because once they're talking the talk, they feel pressure to walk the walk. Because it's like, well, how can I tell other people to get out of their relationship if I'm dating this person who does these things to me? And it's powerful to see that happen. Give them the benefit of the doubt, because they're young and they make mistakes, and it's what they do and they're supposed to, and we're supposed to tell them that they're making a mistake and give them the support and tools they need to learn from it, so that it's just a mistake, or it becomes a lesson and not a mistake, and that they can do things differently. And be yourself, because who you are is enough, and really all anybody wants is somebody who's genuine and who genuinely cares about them and is there for them and is going to respect them and be honest with them and support them. So who you are is more than enough.